More than 100,000 homes across southeast Queensland and northern New South Wales could be in the dark for another 2 weeks, with crews working around the clock in a bid to restore power.
There are also renewed warnings for residents to remain cautious of fallen power lines, which have created risks that are potentially deadly. For more, we're joined by Energex Chief Operating Officer Paul Jordan, live in Brisbane. Great to have you with us again. So, around 120,000 people without power at the moment. When can they expect to get their power back?
Yeah, Chevo, look, when we spoke yesterday morning, it was a bit over 200,000. So over the course of yesterday and last night, our teams have done a phenomenal job. And as you say, it's about 120,000 now. Our restoration plan is loaded up into Outage Finder. We'll have about 3/4 back on tomorrow. We're looking at around 95% by Friday. And then we'll pick up those that are really difficult over Saturday and Sunday.
Oh, yeah, so it might not take 2 weeks. It sounds like it's only going to be a few days. Tell us how on earth you are doing this, because it seems really fast.
There's an incredible amount of planning that goes into this. My emergency management team, they got together probably 2 weeks ago and started to track all this. We've got over 2,000 men and women in the field doing their work, but they're supported by our network controllers, our damage assessors. I was talking to a couple of our damage assessors yesterday from Cairns and Townsville who come down. The logistics is enormous, cooking brekkies, getting our fleet, our barges, accommodation for all those people is incredible. Our customer division, taking the phone calls, putting all the information out there on the websites, etc. People doing our resource coordination, our restoration planning. It's just an enormous machine that gets this done, and our teams do it incredibly well.
You have done a phenomenal job. Just 2 days ago, the Premier was talking about the worst power outages South East Queensland particularly has seen in its history. Nearly 400,000 homes were out completely, so to get it down that low. We're still tracking some flooding as well. Paul, is the risk still there that potentially homes will continue to lose power?
Yeah, we monitor that closely, and there's two impacts, Shervo. Partly about getting access to be able to do the work that we do. And, like everyone, we don't go near the floods. We won't drive through the floods, so we're very cautious there. And similarly, if the water levels rise, well, then we need to manage our assets very carefully. So we watch that very carefully. When I touched on having all supply back on over the weekend, there will be some installations where they've been damaged by water, so we won't be able to connect those, and those customers need to talk to their electricians, and we'll get back there as soon as they've been fixed up.
Yeah, OK. Obviously doing your best and getting it on, quicker than probably a lot of people thought in those numbers. Paul Jordan from Energex, we thank you for explaining all that. Good luck out there for all your people.